Good evening, guys. Welcome back to Prospects eRacing League Tier 3 PlayStation Round number 4 Canada. Now we are joined by Artistic tonight. Obviously, I am your host Zippo. Artistic's having a little bit of issue with the sound at the moment, and hopefully he'll be with us as soon as he can. But yeah, we're going to keep trying to get him in throughout this stream the best that we can. But yeah, round number 4 here in Canada. We've already had Tier 1 and Tier 2 racing out here in Monday and Tuesday. But now it is the turn of Tier 3. 18-minute qualifying followed by the 35 laps of racing here. Burger Bassy coming in. Zippo, no commentators curse, please. I will do my best, my man. I will do my best. And if I do commentator curse you tonight, then be sure to look out on TikTok. I am getting a nice little collection of curse of Zippo footage together. And, we'll do that. Perry, you fixed the issue. Oh, nice. What was it? Delete the game? Or did you hit it with a hammer? Right, guys, so we are going to try and get Artistic in once again. But I have no idea what's going on, if it's even going to work for him. Hopefully it does work for him. I believe Pandaman Gaming has got a qualifying ban this evening, as Just Perez says, yes, I deleted the game. Well, I mean, that definitely solves the issue of the game of the game keep crashing on you. However, that doesn't solve the issue of it when you decide to reinstall it, of it still crashing on you. We're trying to get Artistic in. Go. Maundy, I'm ready for this. Yeah, I mean, what's the weather saying? Have we got rain? That is the question. Is there any rain this evening? Solid JD out here on the first driver out setting the timed lap this afternoon, this evening, wherever you guys are watching. Right, so Artistic is in the chat. He has unmuted his mic, and we can hear you, Artistic.
All right. Here we go. Let's get it. Happy to be here.
I'm going to turn you up a little bit so we can hear you on stream and I can hear you in my ear. It is dry and dry. So, chat, can we hear Artistic? Say hello, Artistic.
Hello, how's everybody doing? Can anyone hear me?
Can we hear Artistic? Let us know in the chat, guys. So here comes Solid JD. Say that again, buddy.
Oh, wait a minute. You said they're not hearing me?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for them to reply. But here comes JD. Then he is on his first flying lap, crystal clear and fabulous. There we go.
Wait a minute.
So
this should be better. How's this?
Yeah, they can hear you, my man. They are
all right. Awesome.
So here comes JD. He's going through sector 1 through the first little chicane here. Remember not to go too wide over these white lines, because it's very, very easy to invalidate your lap here. As he goes through sector 1 into sector 2 now. DRS going to be opening up in a second on the rear of this Ferrari down towards the next chicane. So it comes to the end of sector 2 into the hairpin for sector 3, and then he'll be down that long DRS straight towards the Wall of Champion chicane and that dreaded Wall of Champion chicane. So Artistic, tell me, how are you, my man? First time I've actually done comms with you. And,
yeah, I've had a chance to hear you a couple times. We were supposed to kind of, work together a few times. I've had some health issues over the last few weeks, and some family health issues, and some internet connection issues, and just a tsunami of goofy things trying to keep me off the sim racing circuit. But I'm just happy to be back amongst Prospects eRacing League and all those who are affiliated.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's good to have you here finally. As 112.8 goes solid JD. Obviously, Pandaman Gaming has retired from the session already. He is serving his he is serving his qualifying ban. And there goes Sohaib there into provisional pole 11.2, T-Mouse 11.9, Rageberger there in third place for 12.4. Now tier 1 times were plummeting into the 109s. Last night's pole position was a 10.4, I think it was. It might have been a 10.3 actually.
I think it was about it seemed to be like about 4 seconds between the first and 10th place person there on tier 2 yesterday as well. So
correct.
Not everyone is really getting there. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Well, it seems like not everyone has really got their bearings so far on the whole game, let alone Canada. I know I've had my hands filled with it this week. I'm like, man, I could have sworn I was faster on this track. But hey, it's causing a few mid-season hiccups.
It's causing a lot of people all over the place some issues. Obviously, this game is very, very difficult to master. As Matty into P2 with 11.7, 5/10 off of Sohaib. So Sohaib's setting some really good pace there at the moment. As we've got, I think that's Donwar. Yeah, Donwar invalidating on this lap. Obviously, Donwar returning last week to Prospects. Apparently, he was a full-time driver last season, and it's good to have him back. Obviously, falls into 4th place in the Alfa Romeo as a 1:11.9. So yeah. I'm hoping to see some 110s. I think 110s are there. Let's not rule out Kavolis. He's pretty quick. F1 Nerd also pretty quick around the sim racing circuit, obviously.
Well, you got quite a few guys here that was, originally PRL Tier 1, but we're 7 seasons into this now, so it seems like even as we add tiers and platforms, we started off on PlayStation, now we've got Xbox and PC, we started off with 1 tier, now we've got several in every platform, so, we're really growing. So guys who were once P1 in one platform, maybe they're sliding over to another one, and we're seeing the grid open up and get more competitive, and it's really getting exciting to see it just expand throughout the world right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I'm relatively new here. I think I've been here like 4 weeks now, 5 weeks.
Yeah, you've been amazing throughout the country.
No, I've been here a little bit longer than that actually. We're round 4 now. I've been here 6 weeks. I did 2 rounds. I've done 4 rounds so far, and I've done the two pre-season rounds as well. So I've been here 6 weeks. Good evening, Baguette, Miss Bread Lover over there, Baguette, and.
Oh yeah, one of my ex-teammates there. She smoked me.
Yeah,
a young lady can drive. I tell you, she drives like no lady. Let me tell you.
She
drives like no lady.
She's a great driver, though. She is a great driver.
Oh, absolutely. She doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
She's we've got our own little nickname for her. I do call her Bread Lover because it's just funny, Baguette and Bread Lover. It's just funny.
And who doesn't love bread, right?
Yes, and then we've got Kevo. Maundy just
another
a warm-up
teammate.
Kevo's on a warm-up now. Actually, he's on a flying lap, but it's a warm-up lap. As Maundy saying it was just a warm-up lap. Interesting. You spun it out, didn't you, Monster? Let's be honest, you spun.
Oh yeah, more than a few times. Let me tell you, I'm still just getting my bearings. I'm relatively a fledgling. I started racing just prior to the whole league being formed. Basically, it's almost like I started sim racing, Kobe passed, COVID hit, and here we are. So it's been an odyssey. But I tell you this, these every single racer and just person who interacts with prospects has really helped me personally get through these last 3 years. These races have been exciting. These personalities have been just tantalizing, and really the characters on the track, it just shows for us. So you see a lot of times when you see people who can make moves on certain areas of sport, certain areas of the circuit where they have the speed to do so, but might not have the angle. And anytime you race with people week after week after week, they don't want to develop a bad reputation and things of that nature. So you see that people find to have a consistency in how they race, not just for speed, but for etiquette as well. It's amazing.
Yeah, I completely agree. But yeah, I don't know if that's aimed at me or not, but I don't even have access to the championship standings, I don't think. I don't even know where to go. I mean, I just about remember, you had to tell me where to go for the schedule yesterday.
Okay. All right, now we've got, let me see here. D-Hog is leading at, he's got 49 points in the
You mean,
Ferrari.
okay, I gotcha.
Wait a minute, I'm looking at the right thing here.
No, she was talking to me.
Right? Yes.
She races in my league, um, and she's telling me to hurry up in the standings because I think Baguette's about to take the championship lead in my league.
All right, so we got D-Hog at 49 points. We've got in the Ferrari. We've got Senator Crazy 119 in the Red Bull at 47 points. Matty D 13 TTTB in the McLaren at 44 points. T-Mouse 99 in the Williams at 36 points. Pulaski in the Aston Martin at 30 points. We got Lucifer Shahid in the Williams at 23 points. PRL Owen in the Aston Martin at 22 points. Monstar 89 in the Red Bull at 13 points. In spite of being in the Red Bull, let me tell you, that's a great guy. Better guy couldn't drive in the Red Bull. Let me tell you, they don't deserve that guy. What a guy, let me tell you. All right, YT Berger in the Alpine at 12 points. PRL Crew Steamers at 8 points in the Alpine. Don't sleep on him today. And Ellie Brownie in the Haas at 8 points. My ex-teammate there, Kevo, with 6 points in the Ferrari. He was in the Ferrari when we first met. Light Servo, really great guy as well, with 2 points in the McLaren. Cavalis in the Haas at 1 point. That rounds out all of those who have points currently in the field.
So there we go, guys. There are your standings for this league. Owen, yeah, I think your ears are safe tonight. Feldman is not in the building. I repeat, he is not in the building. So yeah, I believe your ears are safe. So Cavalis down there in 8th place. Sahib still setting the pace here with an 11.2. Matty has closed that gap up to an 11.4. So has Lucifer. And you got T-Mouse there in 4th place. Forza in 5th. Simster 6th. Podolski 7th. Cavalis 8th. Crew there in 9th. And Berger in the top 10. Nerd in 11th. Solid JD 12th. Gasmore Pam in 13th. Kevo 14th. Donwar in 15th. And then we've got Owen and Mornstar, who is just on his lap at the moment. Is Mornstar, but it doesn't look like his ERS is switched on, so it looks like it's another warm-up lap as through goes Cavalis up into P6, so he has improved.
Just rounding up his lap here. Oh, just pulling in. Got about 30 minutes left in quality so far. The times are starting to come down a little bit. We've got a pretty competitive field within 2 seconds so far, everyone. I expect that to come down just a little bit more. Like I said, these guys are really quick. A lot of these guys were Tier 2 last season, but as the talent improves, guys get bumped down and try to fight their way back up the grid.
So Monster goes 16th fastest with a 13.8 there. I think there's more in the tank there for him, to be honest. I think he's got a better lap in him.
Oh yeah, I was talking to him today. He sounds like he's pretty ready. He's pretty motivated for this track. I think he's going to do a great job today. Don't be surprised to see him sniff that podium.
Absolutely. So we're wide on board with Matty D. Then he is 2/10 off that provisional pole position. He is coming through sector 1. He's coming towards the end of sector 1 actually. See what he is. Is he up or down? He is currently half a tenth up on his time. So we'll see as he continues on through the rest of this lap. The DRS will be open on the rear wing of the McLaren right now as he goes down towards the chicane. Now a lot of drivers have spun out of this chicane. The rears have just literally spun round and given up on them, but here we go down into the sector 2-3 split. He is currently 2/10 up on his time, so that is a purple middle sector. Now that is good enough for that provisional pole position, and a 2-2-1 puts him into a it's there, it's close, but it's there. So here we go, we've got the cars warming up ahead of him with a little bit of traffic. The Alpha Tauri there of Sohaib actually as he's going down towards the Wall of Champion chicane. Very, very smoothly there, down to the line. Now he's got the run down to the line. He crosses that line, takes provisional pole position by 11.0, and that is 2/10 quicker than...
if I'm not mistaken, is that last year's Formula 3 champion?
I have no idea.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know. Is Matty D the previous champion last season? Or was that Crew? You know, hey, I draw a blank sometimes. If I don't win, I don't know who won sometimes. Let me tell you, you know.
So Sohaib on his lap as he's coming through. We will see exactly what he is doing with his time as he crosses the sector split at the moment. So he is actually up on his time. So he is not going to be going quicker this time round. So Sohaib actually having a bit of a scruffy lap. I reckon he's been a bit rocked by that 11.0 from Matty D to be honest with you. Let's have a little butchers on.
Got my eye on Crew here. He wraps around turn one. Looks like he might have had to give up the lap a little bit. Pulaski was coming out of the pit at the same time. Crew tried to come around turn two there, so he kind of had a little hitch. Well, we'll come back to you, Crew. All right, what's Kevin doing? All right, Kevin's trying to improve on his time. Okay, he's looking pretty good there. You can, no, I think he just passed it down. No, quite a bit substantially. Okay, maybe he backed off there towards it. All right, we got 3 minutes left for in quali here. Is this going to be our starting top tier here? Top 2 grids? Is that how it's going to wind up?
I'll be shocked if that's how it winds out. I reckon there's more in it than that, to be honest.
What's the prediction?
What's my prediction? Well, Lucifer's just got into second place. Literally, there's like two tenths in that. 2 tenths in that. 200, sorry, 200s. We're going to drop this down here. So we can still see.
He's
Still see
coming
the
in.
chat.
Let's team off up you. Coming in the pit.
There we go. Right, so that is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to have it like that so we can still see exactly what is going on. Now, Pera, I did miss your message a minute ago. Where was it? You did message somewhere. I'm good. I'm doing well, thank you. I am doing well. Glad to be back on the scene, obviously. We have done every tier this week so far. So yeah, good to be back once again.
Hey, Zebra, can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you, my man.
Okay, I just want to make sure I put myself on speaker that way I can look in the chat and follow Discord as well, just in case people are talking and whatnot.
Yeah, no worries. So on board with Donwar, then he is going through. He has invalidated, so he has done every lap so far bar one, but invalidated on all of them. Matty D on an out lap. He's looking to try and improve on his already provisional pole position. And but yeah, I think you're being spoken to. Owen, I think she's just airing you at the moment, man. I think she's just airing you. Lucifer crashing. He's not crashing. He's retired in the pits, and here comes Donwar.
That's surprising. I expected him to try to go out and try to get close. All right.
So here we go. Here comes Kavolis. Actually, Kavolis on a on his flying lap. Currently sat in P10. He's going down that straight now through turn 12 down towards 13 and 14. Obviously the final 2 corners of the lap, the last braking zone of the lap, and he nails that All of Champion chicane down towards the line. He's done an 11.9 so far. He's crossing the line and he goes 4th fastest. He improves by 6, almost 7 tenths on that lap. So that's a very good lap there indeed. Yeah. As Matty D coming down towards 8 and 9 right now, towards 8 and 9, and here we go. Let's see what he can do as he continues on in his quest to improve on that pole position that time. And he is down on his time. He is a 10th down on his time at the moment. So I think he's already shown his hand with that 11.0, unless he nails the Wall of Champions and unless he can find more time throughout that little chicane here. As he goes through the chicane, he invalidates, and that is his qualifying over. Sohaib coming up next. He is going through 6 and 7 now towards that 8 and 9 chicane. Obviously, the chicane that's been catching a lot of drivers out throughout this week with the rear
Oh
end
yeah.
tyres just lighting up.
It seems like though it doesn't seem to be a problem early in the race. It seems like from what I looked at, they just started riding those hards around 22, 23 laps, and hey, they started sliding all over the place by then, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Up to the end,
qualifying was very sketchy in Tier 1 as well. There was a lot of drivers crashing there in Tier 1 on Monday night in qualifying, not even completing the qualifying because they were, into the pits. But here we go. Here comes Sohaib flying through. Oh, there is someone claimed in that World Champions. That is Simster, I think it was. And Sohaib takes pole position, a 1:10.8. And that is Matty D, knocked down to the second position, still on the front row, but Sohaib with an incredible time, a 1:10.8, stealing that pole position at the last seconds of qualifying. Unlucky to Matty D, he comes in the chat and says that he is gutted. To be fair, your time was a pretty decent time. I felt like you may or may not have had a little bit more in it. So that last lap that you did just wasn't quite enough. Obviously, being down on your time by the hairpin, you're just not going to get much back unless you get through. The World Championship came cleanly. Maundy saying he's annoyed at himself that he's messed himself up royally. Monster down in 17th. So to be fair, mate, turn 1, 2, and 3 are always very, very, very sketchy when it comes to. Still gets very sketchy when it comes to lights out here at Canada. Now, Sohaib, as we saw, taking pole position with Matty D in second place, Lucifer in third, T-Mouse fourth place, Kovolis in fifth, Berger in sixth, Polowski seventh, Owen in eighth. The two Aston Martins starting 7th and 8th there, locking out that fourth row with F1 Nerd in 9th and Crew there in 10th. As Forza in 11th, Simster 12th, Kevo 13th, Solid JD in 14th, Gaspar Pam 15th, Donwa 16th, Monster 17th, and Panda Man Gaming not setting a timed lap, with serving his qualifying ban down there in P18. Now, there is no formation lap, guys, and we are going to be getting going pretty soon. Now, just remember, be mindful that the tyres are going to be cold. I am going to hand you over to Artistic. He's going to take us through the lights out procedure. Over to you.
Alrighty. Hey, before this race starts, it looks like we got a pretty tight battle for the constructions here. We got Ferrari, 61 points, 60 by Red Bull, and 59 by Williams right there. And 52 by Austin Martin, just bringing up the rear there. But I might as well throw in McLaren at 46. That's your top 5. So it looks like between Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren, and Williams, I'm sorry, we're going to have a pretty good battle today for constructions lead. Let's see who pulls ahead. Wait a minute. Oh, boy. Wait a minute. 2 seconds. My TV just turned off. Hit the wrong button. I landed on the button. Sorry. Come on, any second. Please don't tell me the race started. I'm back. I will be back in a second now. Here we go. Might be late. All right, here we go. All right, maybe not. You can hear me okay, though, right? All right. Just making sure, because I see my screen got a little delay. All right, here we go. All right, we got all lights, and they're out. Chav's off to a good start. Oh, Matty G took the lead right off. Turning into turn 1. Okay, way to back off a little bit, y'all. Matty G's got a good little lead going up to the chicane. Followed by Shahaz, T-Mouse, Lucifer, Shahid, Berger, Pulaski, Nurse, Sinister, and PLR Crew Steamer. All right, looks like so far everyone's off to a nice clean start. We don't have any problems coming into the back end.
Yeah, so we had Kovolis and Forza Ferrari coming together towards the turn 2 there. Chaos coming in saying Zippo be like Feldman tonight. Man, if my little boy wasn't upstairs asleep, I would most definitely be like Feldman. But unfortunately, if I wake him up, that means there's no more stream from me, and it'll be good night for me. So probably safe to say that I need to be a little bit more, as I am normally. And Polowski dropping down, but getting that position back here on F1 Nerd for 6th. Home race for Polowski. F1 Nerd, though, getting a much better traction out of the out of turn 12 down towards the chicane as Pawlowski down into 7th. And F1 Nerd, I tell you what, Pawlowski through that chicane there was very, very sketchy. He did not look very comfortable there at all. It's like he almost went in way too hot. And F1 Nerd up into 6th place and Berger into 5th place there. As you said, Matty D took the lead off the lights out and he got a very, very good getaway. As Kavolis and Forza fighting out down the bottom there. But we've got Monster and Kevo actually changing positions. Monster down the inside there. And questionable whether he cut the apex there or not. Only he will know if he's got himself a warning. But I tell you what, oh my God, Kevo's getting himself all caught up there with Forza Ferrari. He got that very, very messy on the exit, and yeah, almost pushing.
They're going side by side here. Somebody's got to get down. No one did.
There is the contact, and that is Forza Ferrari into the wall. And I would be not surprised if there is rear wing damage on the back of that Alfa Romeo.
Well, that was one of those situations. Somebody had to give ground, and no one was willing to. So somebody had to.
Down the inside into the Water Championship came. Oh, beautiful side by side there with him and Sohaib, and that is T-Mouse up into 2nd place, and Sohaib started on pole position, but now find himself in 3rd place. As Matty D sets that fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. DRS now enabled, and if anyone doesn't know what DRS is, that drag reduction system. It gets activated when you are within 1 second of that car in front of you. There are 3 DRS systems here, one in sector 2, one down the back straight, and one coming down towards the pit straight. So you've got the detection zone just after turn 9, just after turn 5, and then the final detection zone obviously is section the detection zone after turn 9 for the long straight, which is obviously the double DRS from the long straight through the chicane onto the pit straight, and then on the double DRS there. God, that's a lot of Ds.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's interesting. I always thought the word speed trap was kind of weird. Like, do they think it's almost like, you know, it makes you think about driving out there in the streets, and speed traps how you get caught up with tickets and things of that nature. So do they assume that you're not going to be able to shut it down? Like, hey, go as fast as you can and shut it down quick, because it's a trap, huh?
Absolutely, yes. Just want to shout out 36 of you in here tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in and choosing to follow the commentary here for Tier 3 here in Prospects eRacing League. You are all very, very much appreciated. Not only by us here in the comms box, but by the drivers and all the other admin and directors here in Prospects eRacing League. If you are new, don't forget to come in and say good evening to us. We don't bite unless we're asked to, and if we do bite, it's not that hard. We're gentle here. Panda Man Gaming out of the session. That could be our first safety car, and it is our first safety car. And here we are on board with Monster, and he has actually lost it. Wow, what a place to lose it. Actually, he's lost it at turn 5. He lost it at turn 5, just before where Lance Stroll, and I can't remember who it was that he came together with a few seasons ago. Yeah, Panda Man's out. It was at the same place that Lance Stroll, and I can't remember who it was who came together before in real life. I think it was in the web. Was it Gasly? Was it Gasly and Lance Stroll that came together, ending each other's races?
Yeah, wait a minute. I don't want to say yes on that. I want to say Lewis Hamilton. I want to say that was Stroll and Lewis
Brendan
Hamilton
Hartley.
in 2018.
Thank you very much for the fly. It was Brendan Hartley and Lance Stroll. That was it, Brendan Hartley.
Yeah. Oh, Brendan Hartley. Okay.
As Pantaman now leaves the session, his race lasting only 5 laps here this evening. Safety car is out on track. Matty D does lead the Grand Prix. Right behind that, Aston Martin safety car there.
Yeah, let's see here. And looks like everybody's out on either the mediums or the hard. So other than solid JD, I don't think anybody's going to try to take advantage of this safety car right now. The pit, they're all going to stay out there. Oh, we got a rare penalty by PLR Crew Steamers. That guy goes races and races and races without a penalty. So I wonder what happened there. That's quite an odd occurrence.
So Just Komi-san, good evening, Just Komi-san. How are you? Baguette saying no one wants to hear about Lance crashing. I mean, no one wants to hear about Lance. Full stop.
Hey, but you know, he is a Canadian. This is his track. He's got nowhere near close to winning it. But you know, it surprised me today. I read that they started this track in 1961, but they actually didn't have a British and a Canadian Grand Prix on it until '67. And then it became full-time on the course. It's actually been raced over 50 times, like 59, 57, 59 times. Like, wow, this has really been on the circuit quite a while. Absolutely traditional.
David coming in saying, is crew trying to get to the end on those hards? I mean, they will go to the end. They will do 29 laps comfortably. So, yeah, I mean, it's very possible. Very possible.
I don't think he's going to try to get any more than maybe 18, 19 out of them, and then he'll probably switch to medium from there, because I really don't see it.
They did 27 laps on Monday night.
And they started crashing at 22 and 23 laps, though.
That was last night.
True that. And these guys, some of these guys absolutely have tier 1 capabilities.
So we missed some of the comments there. What was you saying there? Right, I live in Lance Stroll is going to panic when Lance run and get out.
Yeah, I think going back watching Lewis Hamilton's career, as I often do various races and periods and whatnot. You know, I just was jumping around with elation. I've probably seen him win this race as his inaugural race win maybe 5 or 6 times now, you know?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We had a chance to go down there. Have you ever been to a Grand Prix?
I'd rather not talk about the Grand Prix that I went to. That was Belgium last year.
Okay.
And that was a complete waste of time. But we are back racing here in Canada tonight. Matty does lead the Grand Prix as T-Mouse in second place gets a 3-second time penalty.
All right, we're starting to have penalties mount up a bit.
So Habe in third place with Lucifer in fourth place as Rage Burger. Do we go on board with Burger? Yeah, come on in, guys. Let's go on board with Burger. And he doesn't want the curse of Zippo happening to him this evening, but we're going to give him some airtime. Are we able to give him that curse of Zippo?
Yep. Distance between everyone right now.
We've got Owen and Simster actually getting very close together down the rear straight there. As here goes Simster on Polowski. He's gone for the move down the inside before the Wall of Champions chicane. He has made the move, but he didn't make it stick because Polowski back past him almost. Oh, I tell you what, there was a little bit of a movement there, and Simster had to take to the grass as. Here and Polowski still going wheel to wheel, coming out of 2 and 3. As they
Great
come
pass.
to 4 now. As that is Owen following his teammate through, and Sinister down into 9th place now, and he's got Donwa all over his gearbox as well. So he's becoming a bit of a sitting duck at the moment. The hards just didn't fire back up.
I wonder if that was a little bit of team orders there, because he had a couple guys passing. That Haas passed him, and then his teammate passed him just really smoothly, and if he didn't get out of the way just so, they might have both been toast. So he might have just been great racecraft, but it could have been a bit of team orders there.
Potentially so, yes. Now here comes Forza Ferrari on the back of Kavolis. Now almost pushing Kavolis round the hairpin there, but no contact, thankfully. T-Mount's very, very close to Matty D for the lead of this Grand Prix. In fact, they are going very close together through the Water Champion chicane. However, T-Mouse got very squirrely out of that. Berger gets a 3-second penalty, yeah. T-Mouse got really, really squirrely, but here comes Corvallis on Donmois as we're going to go for a move down into turn 1, but he thinks better of it.
I think you'd have to think that Matty would have a little pressure taken off of him now by him and by T-Mouse and Shabazz both, as well as Berger also having penalties. So Shahid might have an opportunity to jump to leapfrog up in the standing to be a little safety car here. The penalties are really mounting.
See what's happening. Solid JD on the back of Crew Steamers down the bottom there for 16th and 17th. Kevo with a 3-second time penalty as well now. So yeah, penalties are. We've got about half the grid on with penalties now, which isn't the best. Craigie, how you doing, man? Welcome in tonight. How are you?
Hey,
we've had a spinner. Donmois is round.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there was contact or if he has just lost it. But Donmois is round at the hairpin, and he is now down in P17. Now, talking of some moves, we have got F1 Nerd and Rageburger going down into turn 1. We're on board with Owen here as he's got past his teammate of Polowski as we go through. Oh, there's contact in the back of Rageburger's Alpine there. No damage on the front of the Aston Martin though.
Good luck, Cat. Good luck, Cat.
Gasmore Pam having a little bit of a moment here as well. I think that was a moment with Kevo. We've got yellow flags. That is for Donmois. He is round once again. He's not having a bit of a. He's not having a good time as he goes round at turn 2. And I tell you what, Gasmore Pam almost obliterating the rear end.
What's so tired, get hot? Alright, Matty D's trying to stay out of DRS there, but I think T-Mouse is trying to reel him in a little bit.
Here we have Kevin. And Monster goes deep into the hairpin. He goes really deep. That's really cost him now. That has cost him a lot because Kevo is all over the rear now. All over the rear. And here we go. Here comes Kevo now as he goes for the move under DRS, down the straight, through turn 12. And that is Kevo up into 11th place. Monster going really deep at the start of the hairpin there did not help his case in the defense down the straight.
But he's still in DRS, and well, neither one of them have much DRS, so we're gonna be able to see who's got the best racecraft coming through these early parts of section 1. Because to me, this is the trickiest part of the track. The Kevo's already had one collision today, right here doing quali. All right, he hit that nice. Great job, Kevo. We got a little fender bender there.
Yeah, that is Monster round.
Yeah, looks like we might have had a little collision between Crew Steamers and was that solid? No, I didn't think that was solid. I wasn't real clear on who it was with Monster. Nope, it might not have been Monster. That's not for a collision. I don't know who the collision was with. We're third of the race in, and we've only lost a driver or so.
Yes, we have. And Sohaib down into 3rd place. I'm not sure if he's had a moment. And we've had Nerd getting very close to the back of Owen. But Owen is now up into 5th place. Owen is now motoring on, actually.
Well, he's doing it really quiet, unassuming. When he's first started, he jumped up, gained about 7 or 8 spots. And then he fell all the way back to about 13th, and I took my eye off him, and I looked up, and look, he's back in 5th place again. Great job there, PRL Owen, OG style. That's what I'm talking about. Can't sleep on them OGs, man.
That is Donmois having another moment going through the Water Champion chicane, getting very, very out of shape there. Here comes Polowski on the back of Rageburger. Chaos, leave me alone. Polowski all over the back of Rageburger. Yes, Equator, the top 4 are flying 6 seconds ahead of PRL Owen there, but don't rule out Owen. He has been in a man on a mission this evening for sure. But I tell you what,
And everybody-
Sohaib on the hards in a very, very good position. If a safety car was to come out now, then he is in prime position because he won't box. The medium runners will start dying off in the next 3 or 4 laps, and we'll see the medium runners into the pits very, very soon. However, we are on board with Polovsky. He is all over the back of Rageberger coming through turn 2 into 3 and 4 here. And he's just keeping his patience at the moment, is Polovsky. He is waiting for the right moment to pounce. DRS, I think it's going to be, I mean, if it was me right now, I would be just sticking with Berger here down the next straight. Obviously that double DRS zone, that's where I'll be looking to make my move. Using it down the main straight and then using that DRS to escape through the pit straight. Good evening, chappers. How are you?
That one there seemed like he's gaining a little ground on the PRL Owen, coming down the back straightaway. Not using much of the DRS, trying to let it build. Owen seems to be doing the same.
So here we go. Here comes Polovsky. He wasn't quite close enough though, and he's got a very scruffy, gone very scruffy through the chicane. But Berger's gone really defensive, really early, and almost too early, as if he was saying, "Do you know what? You have got the pace. Just go, just go. I don't want to get caught up in a fight here with you." But Lucifer on the back of his teammate. So it looks like team orders here as well. Argo 55 coming in with a follow. Thank you very much. Ace Shadow also coming with a follow this evening as well. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate you choosing to follow Prospects eRacing League over here. If you are still in the chat, come say hi to us all. And we are a very, very friendly bunch.
Well, it looks like the Williams are in good standing, trying to catch. They were in 3rd place right now in the constructions behind the Red Bull and the Ferrari. But it looks like they're trying to gain ground here with a couple of drivers in the top 4. Might even see a couple of them get on the podium there. They keep pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. Gasmore Pam getting a 3-second time penalty here. Now, I tell you what, Sohaib is in the best position here. Sohaib in the prime position, even with that 3-second time penalty. Those hards will go on for quite a while, and as I said, I'm expecting to see the hard runners in very soon. However, a safety car anytime soon really brings Sohaib into play. He does Polovsky on the back of Rageberger. These two still fighting it out. Polovsky still hasn't managed to get past Berger. Berger putting up a very, very good defense here. We've got a yellow flag, and that is Sohaib. Just as we were speaking about how well he's doing, Sohaib into the wall, loses that front wing, and he is all the way down in 4th place now. His strategy out the window, and he's actually screwed his strategy here because he's got to go onto those medium tyres, and it's way too early for him to be boxing. Go away, Chaos.
And with the new update, unlike previous, Solas is making a pass on it. Owen's making a pass on Solas. He didn't make it. Way to play defensive, Solas. But unlike previous, the last several weeks, the last previous updates, this recent update seems to actually give you some noticeable slowness when you actually have some damage. Previously, it was just like, okay, my wing is bad. Maybe you're not quite as fast in the straightaways. But now it seems to affect the whole car, so you really do have to...
we've got contact. That was always going to happen. Sorry to interrupt you there, but that was always going to happen. Forza Ferrari, and I think it was Simster, wheel to wheel through the Wall of Champions chicane. They were always going to be coming together. That was never going to end well, as Forza's round, thankfully keeping it out of the wall. Look, listen here, guys. Right, just comb your sand. Don't you start, right? Don't you get in on this curse of Zippo stuff. And, Chaos, it may have been back with a bang, but it's the first one all week, okay? It's the first one all week. So, shh. No more curse of Zippos in this race tonight, guys.
Yep.
So here comes Solid JD on the back of Forza Ferrari. We've got a yellow flag, and that is Gasmore Pam, actually. So Gasmore Pam is round. Here he comes. Is that you, Artistic?
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, you do a great job, man. It's absolutely a pleasure to work with you. So I enjoy your broadcast. And later on, I'm going to go back when I practice for my race tomorrow. I'll be listening to your previous broadcasts as well as all the other broadcasters. I just love all you guys, man. Everyone's a little different.
You race some tier 4, don't you?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I was one of the first guys in the whole league. So I was in tier. I was in tier 1 originally. Then tier 2, then tier 3, then tier 4. I'll probably be in tier 9 if we get far enough. I'm trying to catch up to these guys, but as I said, they get faster and faster, and we keep expanding all over the world. So it's just beautiful to see us grow. And I'm having the opportunity to get to commentate and do other things in the organization as well. So it's been an expanding process for me too, and an education. Because I grew up with traditional American sports like football, baseball, basketball, boxing, martial arts, all that type of stuff. And then I scrapped all of that, and it's just F1 now. So I'm on the fast forward to learn as much as I can,
I've only been into F1 for about the last 8-9 years myself, but I've not missed a race. Oh! Jesus, there was Donmois. Donmois hit the wall at the Wall of Champions, and Gasmore Pam almost wrote him off.
You almost wish you could just set a camera at the Wall of Champions, okay? Can we just leave the camera?
Absolutely. But yeah, I've not missed an F1 race probably for the last 4 years. There's not been a single race that I've missed. Even the 4, 5, 6 o'clock starts over here in the UK, I've still not missed one of them. I've been up every morning watching them. I just don't miss the races anymore.
It's been like that for me, I would say, the last 3 years, just like I say, right before COVID. But I watched like F1, F2, F3, the Porsche series. The F1 TV, man, it really just brings you all the way. You could just absorb the whole last 40 years of racing.
F1, the Sky Sports F1 that we use over here, it's phenomenal. But we have got is that Gasmore Pam getting out of the way?
Oh,
actually?
who is that?
That's Gasmore Pam. He's now lapped. He's now being lapped. So Matty D currently leading the Grand Prix. TD Boy coming in tonight. How you doing, TD Boy? Just Comey-san. I'll tell you what, you are firing on all cylinders tonight. Comey-san, T, are you actually going to finish a race tomorrow? I mean, wowee. Absolutely. Who's you've got out the wrong side today, haven't you? I mean, you just love the drama. Kevo with another 3-second time penalty. Yeah, Monster's having a he's not having the best at races, bless him, is he? I mean, when did he qualified quite? He was quite disappointed with his qualifying as well, and he's just not.
I love the guy, and I could just be a Lewis Hamilton fanboy, but it could be that Red Bull. It could be that low down dirty Red Bull causing all that those problems. But I could be wrong. I am far or nearsighted. After 49 years of wearing glasses, I'm really not sure, and I'm 53. So hey, you would think I figured out by now, right? Left or right? Paper or plastic?
Hopefully Zippo doesn't curse him as well. Are we talking about Monster? Or are we talking about TD Boy tomorrow night? I mean, I don't think it really matters who we're talking about. Somewhere along the lines, someone that I ride on board with ends up in a wall. T-Mouse into the pits. Listen here, right? Listen here.
And Owen's snuck in. Hey, look at Owen. Owen's up and sitting in P3. How'd you get up there, Owen? What are you doing up there?
No one is saying.
P2. Look at that guy, man. You can't sleep on him. Where'd he start?
So, T-Mouse...
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was saying T-Mouse into the pits, onto the hard tyres. Solid JD doing a solid job at the moment in 11th place. Looking to box race. Oh, he's been clipped. Oh my God, Sohaib's just driven into the back of him, spun him and carried on down the road. I mean, surely there needs to be some sportsmanship there, Sohaib. You've got to be handing that place back. I mean, you've spun the guy and you've disappeared off down the road. I mean, come on. Lucifer here on the back of his teammate once again. So T-Mouse and Lucifer both just boxing.
I was kind of wondering. I kind of have T-Mouse half was kind of. I wasn't sure if he was warming his tires or if he was about to get out of Shahid's way because T-Mouse does have a few seconds and penalties where Shahid doesn't. But it's 15 laps left, so it's kind of early to be letting somebody go ahead of you. You can stop him.
Absolutely. Garbage official channel coming in with the follow there. Thank you very much. Thanks for choosing to follow Prospects eRacing League over here, the home of the commentary and the curse of Zippo, it seems at the moment. But I think, to be fair, okay, what Prospects are building here over on Twitch, it's building very, very nicely. I mean, the views each night have just grown and grown and grown. Okay, I mean, last night we topped out at 90 live viewers at one stage. We were consistently at like 35 to 40 viewers. At one stage we was at like 60. Monday night was pretty high. Tonight we're sat here, 36 of you at home watching this. Whether it be you are driving and you just got it on in the background, muted or whatever, you are still counting towards the algorithm helping this channel be seen out there on Twitch. And you guys obviously at home do a great job as well. You help us out, you know, and you help keep the chat going as well. That's what it's all about: chatting, interacting, and having some fun whilst we ramble on about absolutely anything over here. As here goes Nerd down the inside of Owen, 20 lap old hards against 20 lap old medium tyres, and that is Nerd up into second place. So obviously you guys at home help make it what it is here as well.
Yeah, if I could touch on that just a second, it seems like I think what the league also does a really great job of is everybody seems to support each other on so many different levels. I mean, on a personal level, and even right now, you see people all throughout this chat room and people in the Discord who aren't racing right now, who could be doing other things in their life. They probably should be doing other things in their life, but instead they're taking time to support other people who would also in turn support them, but that's not why they do it. It's just a really good nature, almost it's a family environment. It's just, I mean, I'm 53 years old and I've never seen anything like this league. Just the way, like I said, people have affected my life, let alone each other. It's just really been extraordinary.
Yeah, it's a great little, it's a great community that they're building here, you know. I'm writing menus. Well, there you go then. So Craigie's at home writing menus. If this was tier 4, we'd be talking about your menus. Unfortunately, it's not tier 4. Tier 4, as you all know, is the chat of food. Okay.
Oh man, I am a foodie. We might have to add me to the list there, sir.
Absolutely. So here comes T-Mouse on Rage Burger. 21 lap old hard tyres starting to come to the end of their lives, down the inside into the Wall of Champions, and that is T-Mouse up into P5 and Matty D into the pits, and he now loses the lead of the race as T-Mouse has actually jumped him. So T-Mouse now the provisional leader of this Grand Prix.
Yet Pierre Owen is the only one of consideration besides Matty G with no penalties. So we get a car, we bunch them up. Those are the guys.
Absolutely. I mean, a late safety car could become absolutely crucial to some of these drivers' races here this evening. T-Mouse with an incredible drive out of turn. Where were we? Incredible drive out of turn 6 and 7 down towards 8 and 9. I mean, it was a very good drive there. Gaspar Pan with another 3-second time penalty. Currently lapped, I think he is down to about P6 as it stands. 30-ounce tomahawk. Oh, can we not talk about food, please? I'm not reading chat if we're talking about food. We've got to save all food talk to tier 4, I'm afraid, guys.
Matty D is making a great move on Burger here. Somebody's going to have to shut it down. Who's your late breaker? Oh, boy. Burger slid in there, and it looks like...
Matty D on the back of Lucifer here, and both have the DRS. Now, we did have someone dive into the pitch. That was Burger. So Burger into the pits, down into 9th place now. And don't forget, guys, we are going to be live again tomorrow night from around about 5 to 10 UK time in the evening. Joining me tomorrow night will be the main man himself, Chappers, as we take you through tier 4 around here in the Canadian Grand Prix around the circuit of Villeneuve. As don't forget to come join us, tune in, say hello to myself and Chappers tomorrow night, where we talk about all things including burgers and Oreos.
And also too, one of the things I like to do, if you aren't often able, or sometimes I try to catch every race live if I can, but if you can't catch a race live, it's really great to put on another tier's race and you yourself practice for your own races, put it on the same race distance and listen to commentators go at it. Because a lot of times you get the commentators curses you're driving, but if it's a tape where someone else is driven, you don't have to worry about that. And you can actually enjoy the entertainment of the commentators without any potential commentators curse of your own.
Absolutely, yeah. So Owen into the pits now. But I mean, I tell you what, I did tier 1 on Monday night with Chappers, and I found it a very good experience. And we're going to come back to that because here comes Polowski down the pit straight. He has got Crew on his outside at the moment. Oh, he goes all over the apex of turn 1 there. All over the apex of turn 1. Crew is not giving this position up.
Oh.
He has not given his position up, and I think he's had to give that position up in the end because Polowski just wasn't yielding, nor was Crew, and one of them had to in the end, and Crew choosing to tuck in behind. I tell you what, Owen on 10-lap old soft tyres is a brave man. But talking of brave, Crew keeping that car out of the wall there as he got all out of shape on those 20-lap old hard tyres. Craigie, no.
And it's really encouraging too when I myself see drivers that I know for a fact that are far superior to me. When I see them struggling initially, not having a great start, and instead of just going into the pit or finding a way to crash into the wall to escape, you see these people fight through these hardships, and before you know it, they either either on point in points or really in some nice contending battles there. So it's just really great and encouraging for lesser drivers like myself to see better drivers never give up. Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at some of these full-time streamers as well, the likes of Arava, you've got Tim Martmuck, you've got Alex Gillen. I mean, even those guys. I mean, Tim Martmuck is one of the best. We'll come back into that in a second because here comes T-Mouse. He is all over the back of F1 Nerd. Now, this is for the lead of the race, guys, and Matty D, 1.9 behind. We're going to get a move down the DRS straight, so we're going to wrap this up very quickly. Even those guys are struggling with the game. They're struggling with the traction. They're struggling with the mechanics of the game. And they're professionals.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But here comes T-Mouse now. He's got the DRS. He's got the pace. He's got just about got the battery. He goes for the move down the inside as F1 Nerd boxes.
Boxes, huh? That's interesting.
That was so anticlimactic. Oh my god.
I think what he did, that was really good. If I'm not mistaken, I think he might have done that to get T-Mouse to burn some extra ERS. Because I can't see why he would have fought him there other than to bait him, and I made him make T-Mouse do a little wiggle there. But he's looking great out there, sir. But I think he did that to bait him, but it didn't matter. T-Mouse sitting in P1, guys. 8 laps left.
Absolutely, yes. So that was probably, I mean, what you've just said there is quite an interesting thing to do. You know, he has made him burn out some of his errors. He has made him possibly defend a little bit harder and attack a little bit harder than he actually wanted to. I mean, any sort of mistake there, and that would have been T-Mouse's race over with for the evening.
And you were commenting too about everyone watching and a bigger community too, and like our numbers are growing. And I think one of the reasons why our numbers are growing because we got not only do we have amazing drivers all over every single tier, with the exception of myself, of course, but the fact that all of these drivers are also, so many of them are personable, so many of them have their own platforms, and then when other people reach out to look for them, and then they actually look for these people individually here and find us all collectively. So don't be shy about telling other people to watch your race. Don't be ashamed of not doing as well against great drivers, because bring them in the fold and you'll see what's going to happen. It's going to be a wonderful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, just Komi-san, he does. T-Mouse does have 6 seconds of penalties. Matty D looking very, very strong for the victory here this evening. I don't think we can rule out Owen. However, Owen's softs are going to be like Bambi on ice towards the end of this race, and that was another fastest lap being set here this evening in Canada. At least I said it right tonight. I didn't say Canada. I said Canada last night. I said Canadian multiple times last night. I was very tired last night. We've got a yellow flag, and that is Gasmore Pam. He's round once again. He's had a bit of a nightmare of a race this evening. He's not had the best of times, but here comes Simster. Oh, Cavallis. Not shutting the door, but Cavallis not giving much room there to Simster at all. Less than a car's width, and he's done it again. I mean, Simster not having the best of times here, fighting against Cavallis. I'm not sure whether the stewards will be taking a little look at that, but it definitely wasn't the car's width and a little bit that he's entitled to. He definitely did not get that, but he goes down the inside on the straight here into the chicane at the end of the lap, and that is Simster up into P9.
It looks like we got on. Looks like he's a P5, and he did switch out and put some softs on here to wrap up this race. He had a nice little battle going there with F1 Nerd. I thought he tried to make a pass, but it looks like Nerd has a penalty and Owen doesn't. He might have been aware of that and figured it wasn't worth the risk to just go ahead and keep it close.
Absolutely. So we've had Sahib actually retiring in the pits this evening. So Sahib having enough of the Grand Prix, and that is his race over with. We've got 6 racing laps to go if you include this one. Team House currently leading the Grand Prix. However, Matty D looking for that win on penalties, and Owen looking pretty good for a 4th place finish. A last minute safety car, however, would really change the complex of this race, and that would almost be certain to promote Owen and Matty D into the top 2.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at these wild boar hog sausages there that Craigie's talking about. I'm kind of wondering what would you do with that there, Craigie? What kind of dish would you put that together with? Break it down for me, sir. I was watching food videos all day on YouTube. I tell you, I don't know why you watch food videos when you're hungry. It makes no sense. I was watching burger challenges, all you can eat wing challenges. It was preposterous. Yeah. That's enough. Put the sauce down, okay? Oh, we basically got a sprint race here. 5 laps left.
Absolutely, yes, we do. You talk about food. Do you know what? Right, I'm bringing my Canada F1 map up over that chat. I'm not reading food chat anymore. No, not happening. Not happening. It'll make me hungry. I'm not letting you do it to me. So, shh, not doing it.
Don't do it.
Here comes Kevo on the back of Cavallis, actually. He's going to have the DRS down the back straight. Cavallis not close enough to Simster to get any DRS off of him. And Kevo looking for a move, maybe into the chicane or maybe into turn 1.
I think it's been really surprising how clean Matty D has kept his race, because he hasn't raced this whole race from the front.
God, that was serious contact. That was serious contact. Kevo and Cavallis literally almost threw each other into the barriers there. I mean that is actually a clip worthy looking at a TikTok. Look, we're not going to Hooters. We're not going to Hooters, Craigie, because you definitely don't look at the food at Hooters. Anyway, moving on, we've got Rage Burger on the back of Polowski, just within that DRS range of Polowski there as well. So we're going into the final 4 laps of this Grand Prix.
And Matty's got to, T-Moss has got to see if he can maintain at least a 3-second lead in order to hold on to this race. I believe that's about all he's got in penalties. No, he's got a 6 seconds in penalties. Wow.
Yeah,
wow,
so T-Mouse not in a very good position. Monster, you come back next week. And you come back stronger next week. It is Japan next, don't forget, guys. Live from Suzuka, and then the dreaded Miami the week after that. Ugh.
I think at this point, the big question is Sala going to get in the points? Is Sala going to pick up that last 10th spot?
I mean, he's just been passed by Cavallis. Cavallis going back at him, and Solid JD into the pit. So something tells me that no, he won't be into the points.
Another 3-second penalty for Kevo. Oh, Kevo, boy, you got 18 seconds to hit the penalties, buddy. Hey, way to stay on the track, though. Way to stay on the track, man. You could have said, the heck with this. But you did not. Way to keep driving, sir. The heck teammate right there. He did beat me, by the way, unfortunately. Not a like you guys.
Zippo lost everything roasted out now. Come on. Come on now.
Let's go teammate win a race and win the Looks like Berger just right past Pulaski coming down that last straightaway, zooming into turn 1 in the World Champions. Hit it smoothly. And Owen is still chugging along out there. Doesn't seem like he's got any real serious contention back there behind him. I wonder if he can move up a little bit in these last 3 laps and see if he can snip a podium position.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Owen looking like he's going to be in P4. I can't see him. Now, come on, Craig, you keep it clean. Keep it PG now, guys. Come on. Matty got DRS now on. He has got DRS now on the back of T-Mouse. T-Mouse still very much holding his own out there, though. So it's very, very interesting. The T-Mouse, even with those penalties, does not want to yield position. Even though he knows he's going to lose it anyway. Onto the penultimate lap of this race, lap 34 of 35. T-Mouse currently leads Matty D, Lucifer in 3rd place there, and F1 Nerd in 4th, Owen in 5th place. And unfortunately for Owen, actually starting to drop backwards a little bit. And if he's not careful, he's losing. He's going to lose that P4. He'll end up staying in P5. Then you've got Berger there in 6th place, Pavlovsky in 7th with Simster in 8th, all over the back of Pavlovsky at the moment. Kevo in P9 with Forza rounding up the points there in P10.
I'm going to hold Matty D here, and I'm kind of wondering his last lap or so, even though he absolutely does not need to pass T-Mouse in order to win this race. If he just stays right behind him right here, the race is here. T-Mouse got 6 seconds worth of penalties. But, you know, it's just something about beating the person out there on the circuit, regardless of what the grid penalties are. You just want to see your car go past his. So we're curious to see, you know, is Matty going to take a safe win, or you going to go ahead and let him know something on the track, sir?
And we just had some synchronized spinning there. We had Forza Ferrari and Crew both synchronized spinning there at the same place. Cavolis goes up into 11th place as we've got Matty D. As you've just said, Matty D and Ferrari's round again. Forza Ferrari round again. Matty D onto the final lap of this race. Now, Matty D's just picked up a time penalty himself, so he now has to keep it clean. Yeah, all right, Craigie. He now has to keep it very clean. I think Kevo's round, or that might be solid JD actually. It is solid JD. He's spun.
It's something liberating about finally getting your penalty, though. You've been having 2 warnings the whole time. You got to drive cautious. When you finally get the penalty out of your way, you can now say the heck with it, put his ears back, and just really go for it, as long as you don't have an accident.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I completely agree. Forza Ferrari retiring from the session. He's crashed out at the Wall of Champions. That is the first driver to be claimed by the Wall of Champions this season. But here we go. We're on board with Matty D. We're going to switch to T-Mouse very, very quickly then as we come down to the DRS straight. One final time. And Matty D is just going to keep it clean. He's got no wires left. T-Mouse has no wires left either. We're on board with Matty D. Sorry, T-Mouse. He's going to cross the line as your winner here this evening. Unfortunately for him, he is going to lose that to Matty D. But he crosses the line, takes the victory on the night, but Matty D does win this Grand Prix on time penalties. T-Mouse in 2nd place with Lucifer Shahid there in 3rd place.
Very respectable P3. Great job, Shahid, man.
F1 Nerd takes 4th place for the time being, but Owen will jump him there into 4th. He did manage to take those 3/10 back on that final lap because he was just outside that 3-second barrier. F1 Nerd into 5th, Simster 6th, Berger there in 7th, Pavlovsky in 8th, Kevo down there in 9th place. I don't think he's going to keep that 9th place, especially there with all those penalties that he has had. Forza leaves the session after crashing out at the Wall of Champions. Cavolis does take 9th place, Kevo into 10th, and Crew coming home to take P11. Monster.
Who would you say is your driver today?
Oh, it's a tough one, that is, isn't it? Let's have a little look and see.
I think the game would say Sinister, but I'm going to go with Owen.
Yeah, Owen's had a decent race, hasn't he? Actually, Owen has had a decent race. So here comes Solid JD in 13th and Monster down there in. What was that? No, Solid JD in 12th, Monster in 13th place. He said he's disappointed with his race this evening, and yeah, it wasn't the best of races for him. But you know, it's only going to get better for him next week, hopefully.
I mean, in some ways, it's almost a shame that it's almost a shame that it's like the person who has close to the most amount of race place changes is typically the person who gets driver of the day, because Matty was so dominant. I mean, how can somebody else be driver of the day when you were that dominant? But based on how it's normally played out, I got to go PLR on, great drive. But outside of that, Matty, hats off, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we go, guys. We have got the podium celebrations as we look at the race right now. Maundy, unlucky tonight, mate. It's unfortunate for you. Come back next week much stronger. That's all you can do, my man. So there we go. Look at that. We've got two Brits and an American up there on the podium positions this evening. Matty D takes the victory as Team House in second place, and Lucifer running up your podium.
Yeah, McLaren was in fifth place in the construction. Now you got two of them. Oh, nope, I'll take that back. I thought I seen two McLaren drivers up there. We do have a McLaren winner, but we got two Williams up there. And Williams was in third place coming into the construction, so they should be looking pretty good right now.
Absolutely. And Matty D winning back-to-back races as well. He won last week in Britain. He wins this week in Canada. Can he make it 3 on the bounce next week in Japan? Only one way to find out, guys. Tune in next Wednesday night from 5 to 10 UK time, as we'll begin our proceedings here for Suzuka. Owen in 4th place, Nerd in 5th, Simster in 6th place there, Rageberger in 7th, Poloski 8th, Kavolis 9th, Kevo in P10, Crew in 11th, Solid JD 12th, Monster 13th, Donwar in 15th, and you've got Gasmore Pam 15th, and then we lost Forza Ferrari, Sohaib and Panda Man Gaming.
Hey, and next week we've got a 2-point difference between Red Bull and Ferrari for our championship. So please tune in.
Absolutely, guys. So I'm not sure if we're doing. I don't think we're doing.
Interviews? Come on, let's interview.
I don't know if we are. No one said anything about them this week, so I don't think we are doing interviews.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's the best part. It's all the best part. You guys are awesome. Absolutely an honor and pleasure to be a part of the process.
Absolutely, guys. So we will be back again tomorrow night with myself and Chappers live from Canada for Tier 4. Now, the Academy should be going ahead at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, but just stay tuned and see whether we do go ahead or not. I'm not sure at the moment if it is. If not, 5 to 10, we'll be back live here. Myself and Chappers, Tier 4, Canada. Don't miss it, guys. But for now, I've been Zippo. This guy's been artistic, absolutely. And we'll catch you on the next one, guys. But for now, stay safe wherever you are in the world. We'll catch you on the next one. Good night, guys.
I'll tell you.